Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everyone. So we are going to present today's material. It is about the concept of 2006 and 2017 curriculum. Before we go further, let me introduce you to our group. We are from Group 1, and our group consists of three members. The first one is Muhammad Ansyahri. The second one is me, Diva Puspa Ningrum, and the third one is Marwa Putri Bulkhairi. The 2006 curriculum. The 2006 curriculum, known as KTSP, and it is a curriculum that reflects knowledge, skills, and attitudes that refer to educational concepts that's proposed by Bloom, which can increase the potential of learners optimally. Kurikulum Tingkat Satuan Pendidikan or KTSP curriculum is operational curriculum compiled and implemented by each education unit. The preparation of KTSP is carried out by education units by paying attention to and based on competency standards and basic competencies developed by the National Education Standards Agency or Badan Standar Nasional Pendidikan. KTSP curriculum is arranged and developed as follows. The first one, curriculum development refers to the national education standards to realize the national education goals. The second one is the curriculum at levels of and types of education is developed with the principle of diversification in accordance with the education unit, regional potential, and the students. There are several main objectives to be achieved through KTSP, evaluation activities in educational unit. That is the first one, measure the effect of teaching. Gain the picture of the effect of teaching that has been given to the mastery, the ability to be achieved in subject. The effective can be known when the comparison between the results achieved learners before and after teaching is given. The second one is improve teaching. After knowing the effect of the teaching, then does the improvement effort to educational program. Next. KTSP's content includes a number of subjects whose breadth and depth are the burden of learning for learners in educational units. In addition, the content of local content and self-development activities are included in the curriculum content. Therefore, there are several evaluation techniques in general. There are first, questionnaire, second, interview, third, diaries and bookkeeping, fourth, do a test of ability record, fifth, doing on note technique, sixth, analysis of student work, seventh, discussion, and the last one is physical test. The characteristic of KTSP curriculum, the first one is KTSP curriculum gives schools the freedom to delegate the entire curriculum to see local character and potential. KTSP continues to emphasize competence, but is further fierce in its operation and implementation in schools. Second, the graduates' competency standards are derived from content standards. Third, the content standard is derived from the competency standard for subject graduates. First characteristic is separation between attitude forming subjects, skill form, and knowledge formers. Fifth, competence derived from subject. Six, subjects are separated from one another like a separate set of subjects. And the last one is development of the curriculum to basic competencies. Next, we move to the 2030 curriculum. The 2030 curriculum is a curriculum that is currently in the progress of being implemented by the government because this is a change from the curriculum structure of the KTSP. This change was made because of many problems and one of the efforts to improve the inappropriate curriculum. In KTSP, syllabus development activities are the authority of the education unit. But in the 2030 curriculum, the syllabus development activities turn to authority of the government, except for the certain that are specifically developed in the relevant education unit. Although the syllabus has been developed by the central government, the teacher is still required to be able to understand all the messages and meanings that contains in the syllabus, especially for the importance of the the operationalization of learning. The concept of the 2013 curriculum emphasizes the cognitive, affective, psychomotor aspect through based tests and complementary assessment of portfolios. The focus of the 2013 curriculum is to enable students to have better skills in doing the first one, observation. Second one is in inquire or interview. The third is reasoning. And the last one, communicate or presenting what they gain or know after receiving the learning materials. The characteristics of the 2013 curriculum are described as follows. The first one, graduate competency standards are derived from community needs. The second one, the content standards are derived from the graduate competency standard. The third one is all subjects must contribute to the formation of attitudes and skill and knowledge. And then the fourth one is subjects are derived from the competencies to be achieved. The fifth one is all subjects are bound by core competencies or each class. And the last one is curriculum development, which textbook and teacher books. So for the next part will be explained by my friend Marwa Putri Bulkhairi. To Marwa, time is yours.
All right, the next one is about implementation of KTSP curriculum. KTSP is, according to Mulyasa in 2007, KTSP is a curriculum operation that are prepared and carried out in each Indonesian unit. Curriculum model, this is curriculum used in Indonesian education world. With KTSP characteristic are granting broad autonomy to unit education, community and parent participation, democratic leadership and professional, and a compact and transparent work team. School is no longer an object, but a subject. So school given freedom, and then the implementation of the exam, national final or UAN, as a benchmark success of the education unit level curriculum or KTSP. Next is implementation of K13 or curriculum in 2013. According by Drs. Muhammad Natsir, implementation of K13 starting from the preparation, the learning process. Well, this learning process is what is shared into three parts, namely opening, core, and last cover. In this in this curriculum, students are more pressure to think more creatively, innovatively, responsively, and also trained to the courage of a student. Next is about distinctive function of KTSP and K13 curriculum. Distinctive function of KTSP, first is discipline-oriented, and the second is oriented to this individual development, access regional interest, and the fourth is a technological curriculum, and the last one is cognitive aspect is dominant in learning process of KTSP. Next is distinctive of K13. First one is seeing that assessment and learning are interrelated, and then reflect real world problems, not school world, and then using various assessment method and criteria. The last one is using scientific learning approach with 5M. It's mengamati, menanya, mengumpulkan informasi, mengasosiasi, and mengomunikasikan. Next, we can see that there is a difference of both this curriculum. The first is KTSP. KTSP is certain subjects support certain competencies, but in 2013 curriculum, each subject support all competencies, consists of attitude, skill, and knowledge. Next is subjects are designed independently and have their own basic competencies. But in the 2013 curriculum, subjects are designed related to each other and have basic competencies that are bound by the core competencies of each class. Next, in KTSP, Indonesian is parallel to other subjects. But in 2013 curriculum, Indonesian as another language, attitudes, and skill. Next is each subject is taught with a different approach. But in 2013 curriculum, all subjects are taught with the same or scientific approach through observing, asking, trying, and reasoning. Next is each type of learning content is taught separately. In 2013 curriculum, various types of learning content are taught related and integrated with each other. The content of science is integrated and is used to drive other learning content. Next is thematic for class. Is not integrative, but in 2013 curriculum, integrated thematic for class 1, 2, 3. Next is computer subject becomes separate subject. In 2013 curriculum, computer subjects are a means of learning used as learning media for other subjects. Next, Indonesian as knowledge. But in 2013 curriculum, Indonesian as a communication tool and carrier of knowledge. And next is for high school, there are major since class until class 9, class 12. And in 2013 curriculum, there are no high school majors. There are compulsory objects, specialization, inter-interest, and depending interest. Next, high school and vocational school without similar competition. High school and vocational schools in 2013 curriculum have the same compulsory subject related to the basic of knowledge, skill, and attitude. Last one is major in SMK are very detailed, but in 2013 curriculum, major in vocational school are not too detailed to the field of study in which there is a specialization grouping. Next, we move to the strengths and weaknesses of KTSP curriculum. The strength of KTSP curriculum, the first is encouraging the realization of school autonomy in the implementation of education. Second is encouraging teachers, principals, and school management to further enhance their creativity in the implementation of educational programs. The third one is KTSP makes it possible for each school to focus on and develop certain subjects which are aspect of the table for the need of student. Next is KTSP will reduce students' learning burden, which is very dense and weight about 20%. And then the last one is KTSP provides wider opportunities for school plus to develop curriculum according to needs. And then the weaknesses of KTSP curriculum, there are 4 weaknesses. The first is lack of human resources that are expected to be able to describe KTSP in most exciting education units. Then it's lack of availability of supporting facilities and infrastructure as a completeness of KTSP implementation. The third one is there are still many teachers who do not understand the KTSP in a comprehensive manner, concept its compilers and practices in the field. The last is the application of KTSP, which recommends reducing lesson hour, will have an impact on reducing teacher income. And then the 2013 curriculum, the strength, there are 4 strengths. The first is more emphasis on character education. In addition to being creative and innovative, character education is also important, which will be integrated into one. For example, noble character education and character must be integrated into all study programs. And then the assumption of the 2013 curriculum is that there is no difference between rural or urban children. Often children in villages tend to not to be given the opportunity to maximize their potential. And the third one is stimulate student education from the beginning, for example, through early childhood education. The last one is rightness lies with the teacher. The teacher must also continue to be encouraged by the ability to train and educate prospective teachers to improve professional skills continuously. And then the weaknesses of K13 curriculum. First is the government seems to see all teachers and students have the same capacity in the 2013 curriculum. Teachers have also never been directly involved in the 2013 curriculum development process. And then there is no balance between the orientation of the learning process and the result in 2013 curriculum. Balance is difficult to achieve because the national exam policy is still in force. The last one is integration of science and social studies subject in Indonesian language for elementary education is not appropriate because the science clusters of the subject are different. And here are the references of these materials. Oh, okay. All right. I think that's all about our presentation. Thank you. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.